Well, 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 it has been too long since we've done the Kinks, man. I mean, goodness, it's been months probably. And I had like a whole day for them planned and just kind of went under the rug from there. So I'm glad they're back. Hi, guys. Welcome to Leave Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I've had a better one, I'm not going to lie. I don't even, we almost got in a car accident last night, and yeah, it was pretty scary. Swerved out of the way, the exact right moment. Guy had his blinker on, thought he was going to turn. He didn't turn. And he almost crashed into Danica's door. So, yeah. But we got away. The car's kind of fucked up, though. But it's in the shop, as always. So, we're alive. We're here. So, it's okay. Thank you to Cora, who's been very... and then the rest of the community, obviously, they've been very... kind, and thank you for the thoughts and prayers. It means a lot to me. This is courtesy of our patron Courtland. We're going to be doing 2 tracks by the Kinks. These are 2 pretty big singles, All Day and All of the Night, and A Well-Respected Man. So thank you as always, Courtland. I truly appreciate your support, my friend, and glad the Kinks are back. So I'll link the playlist for all my other stuff I've done by the Kinks right there. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, check out our Patreon and PayPal. If you want to help with the freaking car, you know what to do, man. Alright, the Kinks, All Day and All of the Night. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm not content to be with you in the daytime. Girl, I want to be with you all of the time. The only time I feel alright is by your side. Girl, I want to be with you all of the time, all day and all of the night. All day and all of the night. All day and all of the night. I believe that you and me last forever. Oh yeah, all day and night I'm yours, leave me never. The only time I feel alright is by your side. Girl, I want to be with you all of the time, all day and all of the night. All day and all of the night.
That progression sounds so familiar.
Oh, get 'em on.
Oh, fuck yeah. What year is this? Oh, that riff is sick.
I believe that you and me last forever. Oh yeah, all day.
64.
Nighttime yours, leave me never.
Ahead of the curve as always.
The only time I feel alright is by your side. Girl, I want to be with you all of the time, all day and all of the night. All day and all of the night. All day and all of the night.
Man. That is too short, bro. But it's 64, so that's just how it goes. Kinda Kinks. A well-respected man.
In the morning, then he goes to work at 9. Then he comes back home at 5:30. Gets the same train every time. 'Cause his world is built on punctuality. It never fails. And he's all so good. And he's all so fine. And he's all so healthy in his body and his mind. He's a well-respected man about town, doing the best things so conservatively. And his mother goes to meetings while his father pulls a maid. And she stirs the tea with counsellors while discussing foreign trade. And she passes looks as well as bills at every suave young man. 'Cause he's all so good, and he's all so fine, and he's all so healthy in his body and his mind. He's a 'cause he's better than the rest, and his own sweat smells the best, and he hopes to grab his father's root when fate passes on, 'cause he's all so good, and he's all so fine, and he's all so healthy in his body and his mind. He's a well-respected man about town, doing the best thing so conservatively.
I love how different it is from the first song, but it still sounds like them. That snare, I love it.
He adores the girl next door, 'cause he's dying to get at her, but his mother knows the best about the matrimonial snakes, 'cause he's all so good, and he's all so fine, and he's all so healthy in his body and his mind. He's a well-respected man about town, doing the best thing so conservatively.
Oh, it's already over? Man. That's just how it goes from those songs back in the day. Man, I love how rockin' the first one was, and then the second one was very lyrically driven. You know, the first one was definitely instrumental, a little more heavy on that, I'd say. I love the guitar in that first one. Oh my god, that solo at the end, the riff throughout. I swear I've heard that chord progression before. I don't know if it was used in commercials or used like other people, you know, just borrowed it or something. It sounded very familiar. The rest of the song didn't though, but yeah, both songs, both relationship related, you know what I mean? I don't know if the second one is sort of like talking about like what's the word? Not the after party, the one after the breakup, you know, whatever. I always forget what that's called. But you know, it's almost like he's talking about, you know, this perfect guy that I guess his ex or his girlfriend or some girl he likes is like going after instead of him. I think that's what it sounded like to me. A well-respected man. This guy sounded perfect. Oh my goodness. There's not many of those left in the world, if there was any. There's no perfect guys. There's no perfect girls. Nobody's perfect. Everyone's terrible in their own way, and then everyone's great in their own way. You know, it's just the duality of man and woman. You know, and women are different than men. You know, like they're. I know. I live with them. You know what I mean? I live with three basically. I'm the only guy in the house, so I get it. You know what I mean? They're definitely interesting creatures. Just like they probably think about men, you know? Men are strange folks. Women are interesting creatures, basically. But yeah, I really enjoyed both of those. Like I said, they sound so similar but different. Like, it's so hard to explain. Like, it's definitely the Kinks, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell that it's them, but it's like such a sort of like a different kind of genre of their songs, you know? The first one was very Hard Day's Night almost, you know what I'm saying? It's 64 as well, you know? So it's like it's got that bang to it, you know? And the second one had the Waterloo Sunset kind of vibe, I feel like. I think that's what the song's called, right? So let's see who we got. It all came out 1964, obviously. That one did. It reached number 2 on the Billboard, or on the UK record retailer chart, number 7 on the US Billboard 100, and the song was included on Kinks Size Hits EP in the Kinks' second American album, Kinks Size. I always find it so funny about the different albums they had over in, like, you know, the UK, and then they have like a whole different release over here basically for the United States, and probably for the rest of the world too. Now everything is so streamlined and homogenized that everything's the same everywhere, you know? You might get... I remember back in the day when I was growing up, you know, there was like Japanese releases of my favorite bands, and there'd be like an extra song on there, and if you didn't have the CD, you didn't hear it until the internet, obviously, you know, really got its hands on music, basically. So I always find that interesting, you know? So, sorry, that's a side note right there. Garage rock, hard rock, proto-punk, and power pop. Coming in at 2 minutes and 22 seconds. 3 2s. I love it. Hello, I Love You controversies. Okay, so similarities between the song and the Doors' Hello, I Love You haven't been pointed out. Ray said on the topic, my publisher wanted to sue. I was unwilling to do that. I think they cut a deal somewhere, but I don't know the details. That is one of the most irritating of them all. I did a show where I played all day and all the night and stuck a piece of Hello, I Love You in there. There was some response, but a few smiles. But I've never understood why nobody's ever said anything about it. You can't say anything about the Doors. You're not allowed to. Interesting. In the liner notes to the Doors box set, Robbie Krieger has denied the allegations that the song's musical structure was stolen from Ray. Instead, he said it was a vibe taken from Sunshine of Your Love by Cream. But I guess the courts ruled in Rick's favor, or in Ray's favor, and all the royalties have been paid to him. It's unlikely that he was behind the lawsuit, given what little return awaited him under his publishing arrangement. That's interesting. So maybe, because I have heard Hello, I Love You. So maybe that's where I heard the familiar progression from. It's interesting. So yeah, it was Ray, Davies, and Davis, whatever, on lead vocal, rhythm guitar. Dave, Davies / Davis, whatever, backing vocal, lead guitar. And Peter Quaife on bass. Then it was Bobby Graham on drums and Perry Ford on piano. Interesting. I guess and it said that was all due to some research from somebody. I guess because, they didn't have... Because, these bands weren't, documented as much as they are nowadays. They had to have, chroniclers afterwards sort of figure out, who was in the studio that day, who was the session drummer. You know what I'm saying? I find that so interesting that people actually have to work for the information, because we're just so used to information instantly. Even more so now if you use AI. I refuse to use it. I have never used it once for anything. The second it started coming out with the videos a couple years ago, I said, hell no. And I don't know, man. It really creeps me out, because I look towards the future and I know that it's not going to be funny Sora AI videos, cat videos, driving away on the motorcycle forever. If it's already doing psyops on us and shit like that. It's listening to me right now. I say one thing to my phone, or around my phone, and then I get advertisements for it the next time I open my phone. It's so weird, bro. Literally every device is connected. The internet, it's more than we think it is. You know what I mean? But sorry, I always get sidetracked when I start talking about that shit. What was the second song called? The Well-Respected Man. Let's see. I always like to see exactly what year and everything it is. Well-Respected Man by the Kinks. That was off the Kinda Kinks album, so that was 65. Was it a single? It was written by Ray. It was actually originally released in 65 on the on the EP Quiet Kinks. I guess that it's spelled differently. It was also released as a single in the US and continental Europe. And Mick Avery was on drums for that one, but then the same lineup: Peter, Dave, and Ray. And that's it, man. I really liked it. It's very, like I said, that one was way more lyrically driven, and I enjoyed that to listen to the lyrics and try to see what he's saying. And the first one is just a banger. You know what I mean? I wish I could replay it again right now. I want to hear it again, but it's too far in the video. I'd say overall my favorite part of all that was the solo in the first song, but the riff as well. Now I'm going to have to go listen to Hello, I Love You to see what the hell they're talking about. But I did say that it sounded very familiar, so maybe I have heard it, because I think I've heard that song before by the Doors. I'm pretty sure. I think I've done all their catalog. And that's funny. They said the Doors, you couldn't touch them. I wonder if it's because Jim's dad. And sometimes I wonder about stuff like that, because, connections, you might just hear it in passing, be like, oh, his dad was like a fleet, or is it fleet admiral or something like that, I don't know exactly what the whole story is, but I don't know. And then I watched the Oliver Stone movie, and were there really cops all around the stage? I don't know if you've seen that movie, but there's Jim singing, but there's cops all across the stage. I think it was in Haight-Ashbury or whatever like that. Was it really like that? Was there really cops on stage? That's just so even antithetical to the movement back then, the counterculture movement. It's pretty much fuck the police, fuck Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? It was basically bucking the system and the traditions that had come beforehand, because that's the kids of the World War II, people. So, that they were probably traumatized if they were alive then, especially the ones that survived the Blitz over there in England. Good God, imagine waking up to bombs being dropped and, going to a bomb shelter. Like, I had a dream about that when I was a kid. Like, literally when I was like 4 or 5, I had a dream where bombs were going off, and my mom woke me and my sister up, and I don't have a real sister, so it's strange that I had such a vivid dream of that when I was a kid, but probably all goes back to genetic memory. You guys know I love that one. So thank you, Courtland. That was great. If you guys have any other picks about the Kinks you think I'd like, leave it down below. I'd love to hear what you thought about that. Where were you when you first heard that song? That's what I would love to hear, because some people don't catch these songs till, later in life, or they caught them when they first came out on the radio, so let me know what you thought. Thanks for watching as always, guys. It's much appreciated. The support means the world to me. It really does. And I'm gonna get the fuck out of here and shut up. Bye.